closing deals to opening minds. This is the Mr. Deed Podcast. I'm Omar Andreasen, and we're about to get real about real estate, success, and the grit that it takes to build your best life. Let's dive on in. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Mr. Deed Podcast Show. My name is Omar Andreasen, aka Mr. Deed, and today I have the lovely Betsy Ronel on the show today. She's actually a global luxury specialist and licensed associate broker at Coldwell Realty, based in beautiful New York, and serving Northern Westchester and the surrounding area. Certified as both luxury property specialist and an accredited buyer representative. She brings deep expertise in luxury home sales and high-end residential listings. Beyond her real estate work, Betsy is a dedicated community advocate, actively supporting local organizations and nonprofits throughout Westchester County. Thank you so much for being with us today, Betsy.
Thank you, Omar, for having me. I'm really excited to be here with you.
Thanks. We're excited as well. Why real estate? What brought you down that road?
Yeah, good question, because we all trauma bond over it all the time. Typical thing. I was a publicist in my former life, and I really, truly do love houses. Like, I love all kinds of houses, all kinds of housing situations. It's home. And my family is very important to me. And when I needed a new career later in life, a friend of mine said, you just really seem to get houses. I've built with builders my own houses from the ground up and renovated many and lived in a bunch of different houses that I've done up in various ways. And I really love home. And of course, who lives in a home? People. So the publicist in me can relate to people and talk to people and make people feel really good. And then where do we house the people? We house them in the home. So I love the whole combination. It's like a matchmaking thing. And it's when you're representing a buyer, if you're out on the hunt, the one, and the reasons why the one hasn't showed up. And it's almost like, it is true like matchmaking. It's like relationships. I always say, why did you pick your partner? And I said, okay, I don't really need to know why, but you picked that partner because all the things added up to you that made good sense. When the right house appears, you're going to feel the same way or very similarly. So we wait till we find the right house. I got into real estate because I like a lot of fun. I like things never to be the same 2 days in a row. And I love houses and I can handle people very well. Long answer.
Things are never the same, that's for sure.
Yeah, you wake up every day. You don't know if you could get a brand new amazing listing or the deal you've got going could fall on the toilet. Every day is a different day.
Yeah, or the house catches on fire that's under contract. Right. You just, it's one of those things that's always like just dodge, dip, and you got to roll with things, right?
And every hour, no 2 hours are the same. It flips on a dime. You got the excitement. It's a big adrenaline rush career.
It is 100%. It's definitely not for everybody, that I will say.
You can't do it unless you really have a passion for it.
Yeah, I agree. So you started this real estate career. What would you say that has made you this successful? What is that secret sauce that you've been putting in there that's made you so successful in real estate?
I got a long way to go from where I want to be, and I'll consider myself really successful. But I would say I'll couch the successful word in this. I moved here to where I live now about 9 years ago. My kids didn't grow up here. I have no family here. I had no friends here. So almost 8 years ago, I started my real estate business literally out of thin air. And the way I was able to create that business and do relatively very well, given 7 years with no roots, no sphere of influence, is I deep into my community. I found things that I truly loved. I wasn't like the jack of all trades, master of none. I found things that inspired me. So like community organizations that resonated with me. I found friends over time that were meaningful for me. I took out appropriate ads to just introduce myself and showcase my sales or showcase a fundraiser that I'm doing, things like that to get myself out there outside of real estate. I really developed myself as a person in my community because who do people do business with? People they know and trust. So I just got out there and I was myself. I connected and aligned with the right people, and business just comes from that. And what I love, Omar, is also everything I do. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, you were so still. I was like,
I'm a good listener.
Good. Okay. Yeah, you're very good. As we are in real estate, we're trained to be. The best agents are good listeners. So very good. But what I was doing was socializing, of course, but it was for the good. Every deal I get that comes from one of these organizations or nonprofits and is related back to that, I give a percentage of my commission back to that original foundation, nonprofit, etc. So it's a lot about giving back and keeping the energy of money flowing. And I think that's what's led to relative success in a very short amount of time, digging deep in the community.
You've hit so many good points there because that's something that I was never taught by a real estate coach. I was never taught by my mentor what you just said. But what I started seeing is when we started diving more into our community when we moved here 3.5 years ago, and we started diving in slowly just to understand the community and see what we can do and how we can help. And I'll tell you what, I mean, within the last 2 years, business has just blown up for us, and everybody knows who we are. And when anything happens as far as some kind of good deed, they always associate it with us because they know somewhere we're a part of it. And that's great, but you know what I think the coolest thing is? Our 6 and 8 year old daughters now have spun off and been doing things like that as well.
I love
That
that.
that right there, like this year, so I got nominated to be one of the team captains for Blood Cancer United.
Oh, wow.
And we went to this kickoff party. And they had this table where you had an opportunity to write a get well card or wish you best wishes to these kids or anybody that was in the hospital there dealing with blood cancer, leukemia. And our daughters wrote several, and then all of a sudden, a couple days later, they went to my wife and said, "Mommy, you know what we would like to do? Can we set up a mailbox, a Santa mailbox outside, and then have everybody write letters, and then we will send them off to these kids?"
That's
And
beautiful.
when I heard that, I'm like, you kidding me? And you know what? I was like, okay, let's try it because I didn't know how it was. So my wife posted a video on social media, and then come to find out, all like first, second, third, and fourth graders were writing cards, and they delivered to the community reached out to us, and they wanted to meet the girls and stuff, and they're like, listen, we'll try to do what we can now this year, but next year we've already put it in the calendar. Let's start early and let's really blow this up. And I'm like, dude, that right there just made me melt. I'm like,
Amazing.
that was
You did
amazing.
that. That was your
So,
good parental influence. And it's beautiful. I'm so young that it's not about right here. It's not about this. It's about
yeah,
this. That's what it's the grand, the macro matters. That's beautiful, Omar.
thank you. No, but by you saying that, I'm like, you know what? I started looking at what we started doing differently, and then all of a sudden, things just doors just started opening up that I've never saw possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for reminding me and bringing that out and telling that story here to our listeners as well.
People, there's a terrible stereotype that we have that we're like all these greasy used car salesmen that's going to sell you the shell of a car and you drive off the lot and the wheels fall off. That I have, okay, I've come across a couple of brokers like that and the thousands of brokers I've met over the years. That is not the norm for us. Most 9.5 out of 10 brokers I know personally are like you, big hearted. We care so deeply about our clients, about the communities that we serve, about the integrity of our business. This is a true profession. We have licenses with our states. We are always realtors, even when we're off the clock. You still have to act with integrity to your industry. So I just think we're like the most unsung heroes around, if I do say so myself. I love us as a community, realtors.
No, you're right. You have a lot of good points. There are some bad ones out there, but in my opinion, I think the good ones definitely outnumber the bad.
Oh my
Uh,
God, a million to one, absolutely. And then the bad ones, they just go off to the wayside with their bad selves. We don't pay
Yeah,
attention to them. Yeah.
yeah,
There's very
you
few though.
yeah, yeah, and they're usually gone within year one or two. They're usually gone.
Exactly. And we
So.
all know them. We're like, oh, that's that. Okay. We just stay away, but we don't bother. The rest of us, the 99% of us, are just out there doing good work and giving back like you and I do. So important.
No. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the luxury side of your business. How did you find yourself in the luxury real estate market?
What just happened in Coldwell Banker, which is my brokerage, they have luxury price points for every town. Every zip code, every part of the zip code has a different luxury threshold. So if you end up selling a few properties over $2 million in one zip code, you can qualify to study to be a luxury specialist. If you sell properties over 3 million in another zip code, same thing. It's all relative. Where I live, there are a lot of luxury homes. And so it's not that hard to deal with luxury real estate, and it's hard work, but to get qualified for that, if you study hard and you do the right thing, you can become a global luxury specialist at Coldwell Banker, and or you become a luxury agent wherever you're working. It's really just a matter of who you know, where you live, where you hang out, where the kids go to school, and where luck brings you. So I've had the good fortune. My kids go to they're out of high school now, but they went to the local public schools. I got my name around, and some people with more expensive houses asked me to help them out, and it just grew over time. But I sell anything because I look at luxury as owning a home, period. So if you have a $20,000 house somewhere or a $20 million estate somewhere, that home is your luxury. And especially in this economy, it's a luxury to own a home. So luxury real estate to me is all a luxury. So I love all price points. I love all kinds of listings and buyers. And it's the way I approach luxury is I know how I like to be treated when I go to the Four Seasons. That's like how I model my business behavior. And I try and do that for every single one of my clients. And so that in and of itself is luxurious treatment. It's white glove treatment. It's the way luxury is handled. And that's how I handle all my sales. So yes, I'm a global luxury specialist and a luxury agent, but I treat all real estate as a luxury. To
No,
answer your question.
no, and I like that answer. I've never heard it say that way, because you you hit a very good point. Because the someone that might own a $40,000 house or someone that owns a $20 million house, that what's the difference besides obviously the price range? But at the end of the day, that person that owns a 30,000 or the huge house, it's still their castle, right? They worked
Yes.
hard for that.
Yes, it's their luxury. Owning a home is a luxury. It's one of the American dreams, and it is a luxury not afforded to everyone. There are people who are dying to buy a house and they just can't. Their credit score isn't right. They don't have enough cash on hand. It's who knows for any number of reasons. They're getting divorced. There's all kinds of reasons. So a home is a luxury. These four walls are all of our luxuries, and it's really how you look at and respect.
That's a very good point. I like that because usually what we do is, and we don't turn anybody down. That's one of the things I tell everyone on our team. I'm
Yeah,
like, listen, whether it's $19,000 real estate or $1 million real estate, we don't turn it down. The only thing we don't do is a mobile home that doesn't sit on real estate. We'll tell them, listen, we can't help you there because that's not a real estate product, but you would have to do everything through the DMV department because that's how that's
right.
handled. So, you know,
Interesting. That's cool. Okay.
yeah, but so let's talk about competition. How do you embrace the competition out there right now in the town that you're in when it comes to competing with other agents and also to the growth engine that you have where you're gonna, okay, I'm gonna compete against the agent on so many listings, but then at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm still growing my business at the same time.
Absolutely. That's a great question. So I consider competition a good thing because where there's one, there's many. And we have in our market that there's two super top agents, like selling millions and millions of dollars a year in real estate. They've earned every single one of those sales. Nothing is handed to you. They've earned the trust of the community. So when I look at them, I'm not like, darn it, why are they getting that? I want that. I look at that as that's out there for me when it's my turn to come up. So I hold them in very high regard right here. I dangle them right in front of me because they're my inspirations. Because if they're getting it when they are finally done, it'll be my turn or the other deserving people that have worked hard to climb up that ladder. But I think competition is wonderful. And the town I live in is very small, and the towns around me, which I serve, are also very small. So there's a large number of realtors in a very tight knit bunch of towns. And so there's a bunch of us that stand out. And then there's the top two, which supersede everybody. But it's friendly competition. We go up against someone else and I'm like, oh shoot, you got it. Congratulations. I'm so sad I get it, but congratulations for you. I'm so glad. because the next time they may not get it and you might get it. So we all have goodwill towards each other. Yeah, it hurts when you don't get a buyer, when you don't get a listing. Of course, it stings. We all want that opportunity. But I like my competitors. It's friendly competition here. Nobody says anything bad. There's really nothing bad to say about each other because we all play in the same playground with each other all the time. We all do deals across the pond, across the sides for each other. And I think it's good. Competition to me is inspiring. And I don't compete against anyone out here. I compete in here. What can I do better? What can I do more? And I look at those agents that I really admire and I copy in my own way what they do. So as I'm competing, that's how I grow my business. I'm like, what did they do to get that? I wonder. And sometimes I will literally ask a seller, I'm so glad, I'm so happy for you that you found your match and you're in great hands with that one. Why, may I ask, why did you choose them over me? And that helps me get feedback. And that's only if I have a certain rapport with that potential seller. I don't ask everybody that. But when I feel that there's an in and there's a learning opportunity for me, I will absolutely ask it. And they actually really love telling me. And I'm like, thank you so much. Because all that does is make me better. So I grow through the competition.
Yeah, which is great. We have some heavy hitters out here too, and that's some of them are actually good friends of mine and what we do. And they taught me a lot. They're slightly older, so now they're like, "Hey, we're about to start leaving." And they're giving me a little bit of the secret sauce, not everything, but at least a
Right.
little bit of secret sauce. But yeah, I completely understand. It's one of those where I love the competition because it's that you want to study because I'm the kind of I'll be honest with you right now. I was getting annoyed with my wife because
Oh,
she put out this story on social media. She's, oh my God, it's at 20,000 views and likes and blah, blah. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, man, okay. And of course, the competitor in me is like, all right, I got to put out something better now next week to see if I can beat her because that's all I'm going to hear about. But it's funny because that she's an ex-athlete, I'm an ex-athlete, our oldest is an athlete. So
oh,
it's funny how us three in the house, we always have some kind of competition where the baby, she's not an athlete at all. She's more of a bookworm. She's more of a scientist kind of
oh.
brain. I don't know where she got that from, but
It's in there somewhere, Omar.
it's
It's
in
in
there
there
somewhere.
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
actually no, she got that from Becca's mom because Becca's mom's a vet. That's where she got that
Oh,
from. Yeah, there
wow.
we go.
Okay.
But it's funny because we sit there and we compete, and I agree with you. Competition makes us better. It makes us hungry for more knowledge. It makes us
Yes.
hungry to find out what is it that I don't want to do exactly what that person does because we're all going to do the pretty much we want to do the same thing but in our way completely when it comes to that. No, I love that.
Yeah. You want to be authentic. People are not stupid. They read authenticity. If you're copying, oh, I'm in the garden club, and the last thing you have is the green thumb, and you're bragging about the garden club, people are going to know you're just, because apparently I'm making this up, because the garden club has all these rich, wealthy people, and I want to know them. Everyone's going to sniff out, oh, they're just a liar. They're just here for the money. People read authenticity. So that's like what you're saying. We can be inspired by the people we look up to and admire and shoot for those heights one day, but we have to make it germane to us, what's authentic to us on our journey. Yeah.
No, very true. Talking about being authentic. So one of the next topics I want to talk about, social media for expansion and authentic connection. What platforms work best for you when you're building trust in that luxury market, would you say?
Yeah. So it's honestly, it's very individual. Some agents, Facebook works. Some agents, LinkedIn works. For me, Instagram works. I've gotten a good number of deals of clients off of Instagram because first of all, I never really wear makeup, and so sometimes I'll make a post, but my hair will always look reasonable, but I might be in my house top or something, and I'll make a post about today's market. So they see me. There's some agents that like will come in front of the camera and they're set. They've got the wind machine, the makeup's done, the cat eyes drawn, and they're ready to deliver. The message is just as good, but that's their brand. My brand is you come as you are. You're intelligent, you're kind, you're casual, you speak from the heart. Sometimes you speak off the cuff and you present. So I've really enjoyed Instagram. It's really done well for me. For a while there, what was interesting is I got a bunch of bots. And I was like, who are these
Mm.
quote unquote people in Vietnam, Russia, Germany, the moon? They came from everyone. I don't know these people. And are they even real accounts? And I learned what bots were. I had about 5,000, I kid you not, bots on my account. So over the past couple of years, when I was bored, waiting at the dentist, waiting for my kids or whatever, I'd be like, okay, remove. So I would delete all these accounts because the organic reach is very Because that way I know what I'm doing and I know if it's reaching people. So my Instagram following, as best as I know it, is organic and authentic. And people respond. They'll like your post. They may even share your post. They may even save your post, and they may comment if you're reaching them. You just speak your truth. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about religion. That's a private matter that has nothing to do with business. This is business, but it's also a personal relationship. I'm sure you've heard this term, a transactional broker and a relationship broker. I'm not a transactional broker. I don't look at them and say, client one, let's get that sold. Client two, let's get her bought. Okay, close that out. Close out the books. I want this amount by the end of the month. I don't think like that. I look at it as person to person, deal to deal, and making sure everybody's happy and whole. It's just me showing up every day. And I do post at least every day. And I will share multiple stories in a day. And people are like, oh, who has time for that? Listen, if you want it, you'll make time for it. If you're hungry, do you not eat? If you want more social media activity and maybe even more clients, get out there. And I also know there's a lot of women in my office who are so beautiful and they're so accomplished and they're so smart and they have so much to share. And they're like, oh, I'm not getting in front of the camera. They're afraid. I'm like, I get in front of the camera. I have an allergy in my eye right now. I'm on here. Nobody really cares. They care what you're saying. They want to see you. They want to know you. They want to talk to you. So that's how I've grown my business through Instagram in particular, was just being me, authentic, market updates, local updates, sharing like a mishap or a funny story, and my own podcast. I post that on there too now. So it's all me.
No, you know what, and that's something that within time I started to embrace because when I remember when I first started doing videos and I would mess up, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, you know what? I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I looked at the video, I'm like, that's not me. That's
Yeah.
not me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? The hell with it. I'm just gonna record it, and if I mess up, I mess up, and and I'm gonna acknowledge the mess up, and then
Yes.
just keep on rolling with it because and you know what's funny is I started doing that just recently a little bit more, and people are like, dude, now you're actually being yourself. Now we can tell the real Omar. And I'm like, you know what? Wish I would have done this all before, but it's always listening to all these other people. I'm like, you know what the hell with everybody else. I'm just gonna be
Yes.
myself, and that's
Do
it.
you? Because there's
Yeah.
only one you, Omar.
Yep.
There's only one Jason Smith. There's only one Alex Cooper. There's only one of each of us. There's only one Betsy Ronel. So do you, because people want to know you. They don't want to fake version of you, the professional version. They want to know you and what you bring to the table. And when they meet you at that house, who they're meeting, what they're going to get from you, and what your style is. And that way your sort of your vibe attracts your tribe. You're going to meet the people that align with you. And so that's what I tell people. No, we're not Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford has said even she doesn't wake up looking like Cindy Crawford. Nobody cares how beautiful or handsome you are. They care what you're bringing to the table, and they want the authenticity. They want to know who you are. They want to feel you through the screen. So it's key. Be authentic at all times. And don't be afraid of the camera. Who
Yeah.
cares? They want quality of information. They want to know you. So just show up as you are. Come as you are.
That's great. Do you feel like being a publicist in your former life has helped you out with so much of this now
Yes.
through your real estate business and your posting on social media?
Yes, it has. When I was a publicist, there was no such thing as the internet because I am 54 years old, Omar. So this was back in the 90s. The internet was just beginning towards the end, middle and end. So there was no social media stuff then. But what I learned was how to promote one's self, how to promote things, how to make your clients feel really good about something in all genuineness and honesty. And I learned the art of giving gifts. That's very important to make people feel, and it's not overdoing it. It's not giving them gifts that maybe someone can't afford. Right now, I fell in love with sourdough baking bread because I love Taylor Swift. So she inspired me to start learning how to make sourdough. My holiday gifts for every single one of my clients that I know is here full time is a sourdough loaf that I've made. They love it. They love it. It takes time. It's made by my hands. It's truly made with love. It's better than some $100 cocktail tray that they probably already have five of. It's just, that's the publicist in me. Do what you can, give things from the heart, make them feel great, make them feel like the star. When you're with them, don't be on your phone. When they're looking around the house, don't be on the phone. Be with them. Make them feel like they are all that matters because you know what? They're going to put the food on your table that night. So they should be all that matters. So that's how publicity's helped me. And also some of the marketing stuff I've done, my mailers, my ads, and my outreach and my giving back. That's part of publicity too. and
That's
giving back.
awesome. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
One last question.
Yeah,
All right.
Omar.
So, if you could just leave one deed behind, one action, mindset, or even a lesson to
Okay.
every real estate professional or entrepreneur listening today, what would
Yeah.
that be?
I love that question. It's what we've already said. Be authentic. Be you. If people want you, they want you. They don't want a false version of you. They want you. Show up every day. Do your very best so that you know that night you can lay your head on your pillow and know I gave it my all today. I showed up as me, right or wrong. I showed up. Show up, put your feet on the ground, get up, get your camera out on your phone and start rolling and show up every day in your pure, beautiful authenticity. And when it gets you down, get back up and keep going. How about
That's
that?
amazing.
Okay.
Betsy, you've absolutely been an amazing fresh. Can't look, there we go, messing up again. But I'm
And
gonna take it on. I have to.
it's all
So
good, baby.
it's definitely been an amazing breath of fresh air. So thank you
I get
so
you
much
tongue
for
tied,
having me
Omar.
on here. Love that. I know I got tongue tied. That usually doesn't happen with me. That's so
Uh
weird.
oh. Uh oh.
Anyways, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
All right, guys, listen, actions build empire. Stay focused, stay hungry, and sometimes you just got to give life a little bit of whammo. My name is Omar Andreasen. Thank you so much for tuning into the Mr. Deed podcast show. Until next time, take care. This is Omar Andreasen signing off and reminding you that success in real estate and in life is built one deed at a time. Until next time, keep it real, stay sharp, and don't forget to give life a big whammo and keep moving forward.